So, the political tension and sense of sacrifice become increasingly palpable in these new episodes of Andor. How did you experience this darker, more intense tone with your characters?
Well, Ben was just saying that, you know, when you see what happens this season, the Empire no longer seems so fun. You know what I mean? There's sort of a sense when you're playing these characters, especially in season one, where you're setting it all up and it's like you're the villain but something happens this season that takes it into a space that you just think, actually, I want to be in the rebellion, man. I want to be with, like, we had these beautiful French actors, all of them, who came and created this entire world together. I never even got to meet any of them because our characters never crossed. When I saw their work, what they have gifted the season, it's so devastating. And to think that the Empire is responsible for that, it stops being, it's not camp anymore. It's Tony and the team have taken it one step further, which I think is really important.
Okay, thank you. Andor is a series that has redefined the narrative language of Star Wars. As actors, how stimulating was it to work on a story that blends political realism with the saga's epic scale?
I think in some ways, and for me, and I speak as the outsider to Andor for a moment, but one that's very involved in the political machinations, I wasn't aware of the scope and the impact of it until I saw it. But it's always very enjoyable to be playing with characters that are attempting to manipulate pieces on the board, if you like, or achieve outcomes. But again, very shocking once you understand and once you see what those outcomes are. I think that's, for me, that's very much what it's like. But please.
It was, I guess Tony ran such a tight ship and he was such a master commander in a way. And he just kept us locked in, you know, this is what we're doing. We're only drawing on the history that we've experienced. And within it, as you're doing it, you are creating a world and you're lost in the story and it's beautiful storytelling. And this season is incredibly dark and deep and affecting and full of sacrifice and challenge. And I agree, it wasn't until I watched it back that it really hit me on the level. I mean, within filming the experiences of 7, 8, and 9 on Gorman, I mean, you're aware of the cost that is happening, but it once you get to see the whole thing working as one big machine and all the cogs coming together, it just, it's a super powerful punch that in a way I knew about, but I didn't anticipate it would be that effective.
Me too,
Definitely. My last question. Since season 1, there have obviously been changes and evolutions. How has your perception of your characters changed over time?
Well, again, for me, I think I'm sort of met with the reality of what Dedra is. It was more, as an actress playing it in the first season, it did feel, it was kind of, I don't know, there was something, I wasn't right at the core of her just yet, but to see what she's capable of in season 2, it's not I can't really get behind her in the way that I did in season 1, because there was something different. Like, even though the writers haven't veered away from what she's like as a character, they're giving me more information about where that comes from. And suddenly you're dealing with playing an indoctrinated woman in a system that is designed to take whatever it wants at whatever cost. And she will go to any lengths to protect that system and to succeed within that system. And so she's dangerous, and it's not as, and she will use, like, finding out that actually Dedra, when I talked about her last season, I remember thinking she's never been touched and I wonder what that would be like. But actually, as we moved into the second season, it becomes clear that there's something far more manipulative that she's able to do. Like intimacy is not something that sits in her system and makes her open up and kind of flower into something gentler. It goes, it breaks some, it creates a conflict within her that is damaging. Does that make sense?